Hi everyone, I hope you've all had a wonderful December and holiday season so far. I wanted to hop on and quickly share my Christmas warmers and decorations for 2025, so I hope you enjoy. So of course we have to start in the front room where our Christmas tree is. This is the same Christmas tree that we've had since we moved into this house, and a lot of the same decorations. I have updated and tweaked a few things over the years, and then every year we do get a special ornament to commemorate that year, so I will share that with you. So I initially decided to go with red and white decorations on this tree just because I think they go well with both the white lights and the multicolored lights. I really like the white lights and my husband really likes the multicolored lights, so we have a mix of both. This year I did add these white and gold ornaments just to give it a little something different, and I think that they look very elegant and sophisticated and pull in a little of the gold that I've used throughout the rest of the upstairs decorations. So like I said, every year we get a new ornament. Since we've been married, this was our first married Christmas in 2015. One of Tyson's coworkers gave us that, so that's really special. This was our first anniversary. And then in 2019, I got the limited edition Scentsy warmer, and this is the cute little ornament that goes with that. I think it was in 2022 that we got to celebrate Christmas in Hawaii, and so had to get an ornament to commemorate that. A little nativity that my parents gave us last year. I think it was in 2023, my brother actually got to go to New York and see the Rockettes, and he brought me back that beautiful ornament, so I love having that on the tree. And then on the other side of the tree, a few years ago, my parents gave us this It's a Wonderful Life bell, and we love to watch that movie every Christmas, so that's special. In 2018, Tyson and I went to a Notre Dame football game, and that was on his bucket list, so that was a very special experience for us. Let's see, last year in 2024, for our anniversary, we went to a little lake and rented a pontoon boat, and it was just so fun. So we got this little festive pontoon to celebrate that. In 2020, this was our ornament, Cozy at Home. And then in 2021, we did Married Together, Gathered Again. Let's see, in 2023, Tyson and I went to the Nutcracker Ballet, and we got that Nutcracker. And then I have a Mickey ornament to commemorate a year that we were at Disney. This year we went to a Christmas light show, and we took our nephew, and they were handing out these little magic jingle bells, so I put that one on the tree for this year. And then our other new ornament for this year is this really cute love ornament. So it was actually our 10th anniversary on the 12th of September, and we were in Philadelphia for my cousin's wedding. She got married on the 13th, and so we just happened to be in Philadelphia for our anniversary, and this just felt very, very appropriate for our ornament for this year. So there's another look at the tree, and it's pretty simple but festive, and we really like it. And then over on the front door, I have this wreath that I got years ago at Michael's, and it's what kind of inspired the decorations that I have on the tree, so I still really love that. And then here in the entryway, I have my favorite tinsel warmer, and I just think this is the most beautiful, kind of simple and elegant warmer. I love the different tree motifs. Like I said, I just kind of love the simplicity. It goes with really any Christmas decorations, and it doesn't really detract from the tree. So I love that. And then here in the entryway, I am going to warm Very Snowy Spruce. This is my ultimate favorite Christmas tree scent, and it really just isn't a Christmas season without it. So I will put 2 cubes here in the tinsel warmer. And then this year I just kind of kept things relatively simple over here. I just have this little poinsettia arrangement that I've had for a few years. And then I do have this golden mistletoe that I added to the mirror, and I really like that look. And again, with the gold, I think it just ties in some other gold touches that I have throughout the upstairs. And there's a closer look. And I love the reflection of the Christmas tree. And then here's a look at our living room coming in from the front room. A lot is similar to how I had it last year. I've just tried to keep things very simple and festive. So the mantle is very similar to how I've had it decorated in years past. I got these gold starbursts years ago from Target, and I still really love them. And then I found this sign last year, and I think it just completed the look. I love that it's gold and kind of has that contemporary feel. So it's really pretty. The lighting in here isn't great right now, but this is actually very shiny and festive. And then I just have the same felt garland that I've had for years and years. I have it paired with some little fairy lights that have some jingle bells. And then I did put this gold star garland layered with it. So just keeping things very simple. And then I have our stocking holder with our C&T stockings. On the other side of the fireplace, I have this little stand that's actually a clip, and I got it with the intention of using it for recipes while cooking, but I found this little vintage book of Christmas carols and decided to display that here. And then here in the living room, I have my Christmas glow warmer. This is one of my favorite warmers for Christmas. I usually have it in my kitchen, but decided to put it over in this corner this year, and I really like the festive red touch that it adds over here. It is a very pretty glow. And I'm going to warm Very Snowy Spruce here as well. And then on the love seat, I just have this plaid Christmas throw and this cute white and red Mary pillow. I love the fuzzy writing on that. And then on the coffee table, I have these golden pine cones that my parents gave me for Christmas a few years ago. And then I actually found this Pottery Barn dupe candle at Home Goods this year and thought that that looked really pretty here. I'm going with kind of a vintage peppermint theme in the kitchen, and so I thought that tied in really well. And here is my peppermint tree. I don't think I set this tree up last year, but I did the year before. And I just love having a little flocked Christmas tree over here in the kitchen. It's just so fun and festive. And I really love the vintage peppermint look. So I actually got these felt peppermint ornaments years ago from Pottery Barn, and they are what kind of inspired the theme for the tree. And I've just added a few other things. I found these really cute gumdrop ornaments this year at a little Christmas boutique, and I love how they glow with the Christmas lights behind them, and I really love that kind of sparkly sugared crystal look. So love those. And then I just have some other festive ornaments, some little wooden houses, and then I did add these little new to me peppermint swirl ornaments. I actually found these at a consignment shop a few years ago and got a few boxes of them. The box set, I think they were from like 1983. So I just thought they were really cute. They have some glitter on them, and I just love that little touch of whimsy that they add to this little tree. My mom gave me this candy cane ornament a few years ago, and so I love having that on the tree. And then she also gave me this like ribbon candy tree ornament, so I love having those tucked in as well. So that is my vintage peppermint tree. And then over here on the bar cart, I do have one of my very favorite Christmas warmers. This was the limited edition warmer from 2019. And in fact, I don't even turn this on all the time just because I'm so worried that its little motor will wear out. And I don't even put wax in it. I just have it here because I think it is so cute and magical, and I love it. And I do love how it has the touches of gold there. And then I got these really pretty glasses last year that have the red kind of ribbon swirl, and I just have them on top of some books. And then continuing with the vintage peppermint theme over here in this corner of the kitchen, I have my little tiered tray that I love. The tray itself is actually that kind of swirled peppermint, and then I just collected a few cute little things to add to the peppermint theme. And then this year I have the new peppermint swirl warmer. This was part of the contemporary holiday limited edition collection, and I love it. I think it pairs so well with my little vignette here, and it just matches my vintage peppermint theme perfectly. So I really, really love it here in the corner, and then I just have it with a little Christmas tree behind. And here in the kitchen, I am going to warm one of my favorite scents for Christmas. This is Sleigh Ride. So it was part of the holiday collection, I think last year, and then they brought it back in the catalog. It is so, so good. I actually just had a partial bar, so I'm going to finish this here in the kitchen. And I'll do 2 cubes here in the peppermint swirl warmer. And then here's a quick look at the back of the tray. So just a few other cute little decorations. A little snowman espresso mug, a Santa mug with some cinnamon sticks, some faux gingerbread cookies, just some cute kind of vintagey Christmassy things here in the kitchen. And then on the other side of the kitchen in our little coffee station, again, I'm just trying to kind of keep things clean and simple while tying into the vintage peppermint theme in the kitchen, and then just kind of the classic Christmas vibes in the living room. So I have this snowflake plaque. It actually has this metallic finish on it, and I love the red border. I just have some little peppermint swirl spoons. And then I have my red snowflake mini warmer. This is another of my very favorite holiday warmers. And then I found the cutest little spoon rest this year is a little melted snowman. So I thought that was adorable. And then this is a new mug that I got this year. I just thought it was so, so cute with the little Santa booties. So adorable. I love having a good peppermint mocha in this cute mug. And then on the other side of the stove, I just have this little tiered tray. Has one of my favorite little Christmas signs, "Come warm up with a cup." And then this is where I keep my peppermint mocha K-cups. And then I just have a few other little things here to add some festive touches. And I'm going to do a cube of Sleigh Ride here in the coffee station. And then here on the counter, I do have to have my little candy dish. And then I have this candle going. I actually picked this up at home this year, and it's in that really trendy confetti glass. It's very popular right now. In fact, Scentsy came out with a few warmers that looked like this. One had little snowmen on it, and one had candy canes. And I love these little peppermint swirls, but this smells really good, and I love the little glow that it adds here on the counter. And then our dining area is the same as it's been in years past. I have the same decorations over in the cabinet. I love the subtle stripes on this table runner. I just think it looks very elegant and festive. And then over here in the cabinet, I have this gold star and another starburst to tie in with the ones on the mantle. I have my little set of Noel angels that reminds me of my Nana's vintage set that I get to see every Christmas at her house. I've got my gingerbread baking dish, little Christmas cheese mouse, and then my KitchenAid mixing bowl and a little felt mistletoe there on the handle. On the door to our laundry room, I have this gold mistletoe wreath. And then here in the laundry room, I actually have a new to me warmer this year. So this is the Adorn mini warmer. I can't remember what year it came out, but I didn't get it when it initially launched. And I'd kind of been eyeing it, and I found it for a really good price on eBay. And so I got it this year, and I love it. Off, it has a very metallic gold finish. And then when you turn it on, it has this kind of mercury glass effect. It just has a very vintage vibe. I love the ornaments on it, and I just thought it was so pretty. So I love having that here in the laundry room. And I'm going to finish off my bar of Sleigh Ride. And then here in our hall bathroom, I have the Season's Greetings mini warmer. This is a really pretty mercury glass style warmer. And in here, I'm going to finish out this bar of Merry Wonderland. So we'll do one cube here. Here in my bedroom, I have the Snowdrop warmer. This was a new warmer released this year with the All Is Calm collection. I just thought it was so pretty, and it's very, very petite. It gives off a really, really pretty, magical, kind of soft glow at nighttime. I have it next to my air purifier, and here in the bedroom, I'm warming Winter's Eve, which was a brick from several years ago. And in our ensuite bathroom, I have the Glittering Greetings warmer. So I just think this warmer is so cute. I love the snowflakes and the patterns that it casts on the wall. And I'm also warming Winter's Eve in the bathroom. And then down in our family room, I've had this North Pole plaid theme for a few years, but I do kind of update the warmers I have out every year, and I really like how it turned out this year. So up top, I have a letter to Santa, and then I have this really cute snowman. I've had most of these decorations for years and years. I just have it with a green plaid tree and then this cute little red sparkly house. I thought it kind of looked like a gingerbread house. Definitely a house that you might see at the North Pole. And then there's a picture of Tyson and me at the Sundance Film Festival years ago. And then down here I have the Jolly warmer. So this was actually an old warmer that they re-released a few years ago, and I thought it would just look perfect with my little North Pole theme. So I have that here. And then this is a picture of Tyson with his mom when he was a baby, and I just absolutely love that picture. And then here we have the fabulous Flurry warmer. This is one of my all-time favorite warmers for the winter. It is just so, so beautiful, especially in person. And I will definitely keep this out through at least January. And then I just have another cute snowman. And down here I have the Letters to Santa warmer. So this has some really cute snowflake cutouts on the side, and I've had this for years and years, and I just thought it would be cute to bring out again this year with the North Pole theme. This is a picture of Tyson and me with my Nana a few years ago in our Christmas sweaters. And then down here, I just have another snowman, and I thought this little tree was cute because it had the Santa belt. So those are my North Pole plaid decorations over on the bookcase. And down here, I'm going to warm Christmas Cottage. This is an all-time best-selling holiday scent for Scentsy. It is a really, really nice kind of sweet, fruity cinnamon scent. So we'll do 2 cubes in the Jolly warmer, a few cubes in the Flurry warmer, and then a few cubes in the Letters to Santa warmer. And then we have our silver tinsel tree that we first got when we were married. The LED lights are doing really weird things on camera today, so if it looks like they're going on and off, they're actually not. But I do have the red, green, and white lights. And then these really cute buffalo check Santa hats. And I just like kind of the little whimsical touch that we have down here in our family room. Here in the bathroom downstairs, I have the To All a Good Night warmer, and I just think it is so cute and whimsical. And I am warming Lavender and White Balsam, one of our all-time favorites. I would love to see that one come back in a future Bring Back My Bar. And then in our downstairs guest room, I've kind of gone with a ski chalet theme. I thought that I could leave some of these decorations up through the rest of the winter. So here on the bed, I have this Ski Lodge throw pillow that I got years ago in the Target dollar spot. And I just have it sitting in front of some olive green throw pillows that I keep out year round. I kind of redid the decorations in this room to go with kind of an olive green theme so that I could display this cross stitch collection of my grandma's. So I love having those out, and I'll get a close-up so that you can kind of see how that olive green ties in. So these were done by my dad's mom, and I love having them on display in my house. She was very, very talented. And then at the foot of the bed, I also have this rug that she made, and it's also a green color. So I love just being able to tie in some of her handmade items here in my guest room. So with all that being said, over here on the dresser, I wanted to go with kind of a green toned ski chalet theme. And here I have the Nature's Wonders warmer. I think this was a warmer of the month several Decembers ago, and it is really, really pretty. It is gold toned, but I love the silhouette that it has. And then I just have it paired with this kind of rustic flocked tree and this really cute green glittery sled that says Snow Flyer. I thought that was really cute. And then to tie in that gold over on the other side, I have the Treetops Glisten warmer. And this is a really, really pretty golden warmer. I actually had this upstairs in my living room last year, but I really liked kind of tying in that gold down here. And then I just have it with another flocked tree and this really cute pair of wooden skis. So I thought that was really cute. I think I could leave the skis and sled up throughout the rest of the winter. I'll just have to come up with something different in place of the Treetops Glisten warmer, but I really, really like how that turned out. And I thought that the perfect scent to go down here would be Rustic Lodge. So this is actually currently available as a holiday brick, but I had several from when it was available last, I think probably in a Bring Back My Bar, and I just have this partial bar that I will finish up down here. So I'll put 2 cubes here and 2 cubes here. I could probably get away with just doing 1 cube in each just because this is quite a strong scent. It's a very resinous, kind of woodsy tree scent, and it's a great performer, and I think it really goes well with my ski chalet theme. So those are all of the warmers and decorations that I have out this year. I would love to know what you are warming in your house for the holiday this season, and I hope that you all have a very, very wonderful holiday and a happy new year ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.